Hello everyone and welcome back to Fallout 4 Creation Kit tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you just how to start everything and so yeah. Alright, click this folder right here and basically these are all the mods you might have installed. These are just mods I have from playing Fallout 4. What you're gonna do is double click on Fallout 4.esm, that's basically Fallout 4, and make sure you have to do set as active file. So click that, make sure you have that, and click OK. And then it will load everything in. You can kind of see it down here. It's loading it in. One thing to note is that the editor is pretty slow. I mean, if you ever use the Counter-Strike editor, Skyrim editor, what's another one? Just those kind of editors, basically. You know, they're not the fastest, so there might be some loading time. So I'll just pause when things like this happen. Alright, so now back in, finished loading. This thing right here, don't worry, just exit out of those warnings. The object window right here, this is basically everything inside the entire game you could ever dream of. Furniture, you know, just everything you want is in here. I mean, I'm not going to go all the way in. Also, with your mods and everything, they're in there as well. What we're going to want to do is go to Cell View right here, go to World Space, and Commonwealth. And this will take a little second, so I'm going to pause again. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is find, go to S and go to Sanctuary Exterior 1. If I can find it. There is a lot of W stuff, and that's because a lot of wrecked things. Because it's a game, everything got wrecked. So, okay, I think it was somewhere in here. Let me see. Sanctuary Exterior. Okay, so double click on that. Now it will load in, and you might think your game is destroyed, but it's actually just Bethesda being Bethesda. Alright, so now that we're in here, I'm just get rid of the warnings again. We don't really need the cell view anymore, so I'm just going to make it a bit smaller for now. Let's put that there, and you can resize these things, which is pretty nice. I recommend making this the biggest view, the render view, because it is basically everything you kind of do or like see. It's nice to be able to see the biggest. Okay, so if you're familiar with like Maya, like the videos I've been doing, this should be kind of straightforward, but basically, oops, I did not mean to do that. Okay. So, mouse wheel kind of makes you move around. If you hold down shift, you can kind of just look around, as you can see. Let me think. What else is there I can show you? Alright, yeah, okay. So if you hold down the mouse wheel, and you kind of just move it around, the mouse wheel is the middle button in your mouse, if you have a mouse. And you can kind of just, you know, move around. Mouse wheels to zoom in, just kind of look around. So this is basically the exterior to the Commonwealth. Remember, hold down shift as well. You can, look around. Remember how I told you how this thing is horrible? It is. But it's Bethesda. Okay. So next. Alright, so now we're going to add some things. So go to just like world objects, static, and then these are basically just like static things. So for example, we could find something not too big. Go into props. Let me see if I can just make this a bit bigger. Maybe clocks. Just no, that's a bit too small. How about we add in a kind of like a statue, because you can't really actually touch it, or I mean like you can sort of interact with it, but not really. It's basically just a statue. If you click on it, then you can do things. You can move it up and everywhere. It's basically inverted from Maya, so if you press E, then, if you press E, then you do that, and if you press W, then you rotate it. Basically the opposite from Maya. Okay, so, you can also, delete object, or you can hold down and right click actually if you want to just rotate it like that. But you can also delete objects by just clicking on them and just pressing delete. It does stupid freaking errors all the time. For example, let's say, my god. let's say we don't like Mr. Car over here, right? I hate you, Mr. Car. We can just press delete, and bam, there is no car. Those errors are mainly from things like, let's say I delete a cabinet, then it would have errors saying like, there are items inside that cabinet. Are you sure you want to delete that? And then you would say yes, and it would go away forever. So let's say boom, now there's no bridge, and you have to breathe toxic wasteland. Okay. One thing I forgot to show actually was that, let's say this Mr. Sign over here, Mr. Sign over here, and sure, it's nice rotating it and moving it all around, but let's say we want to scale this. So if you press 2, you can actually, god damn it, you can actually rotate this, same ways you could in Maya, almost. It kind of reminds me of StarCraft when I do that, but basically, we can have this massive thing. When making a mod, basically, I would recommend to never delete objects that are vanilla, kind of. So, like, don't delete this house, because it will have many errors and things like that. I was just kind of showing it since we haven't really made anything proper yet. But, yeah, try not to delete things like that bridge I deleted earlier. That was very bad. Do not do that. Okay. So that's how you scale things. God damn. I also think I'm going to end this episode off here because it's getting a little bit long.